Dexter Season 3 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you weren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Dexter, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Dexter Season 3 Episode 6. The title of this episode is called Puede. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode last night. Episode starts off with Dexter and Miguel fishing on the boat. It's also directed by Ernest Dickerson, who's, I would say, one of my favorite television show directors of all time. First work he's done on Dexter and The Walking Dead. I'm sure there's been other things, but nothing's coming to mind. I think he might have done stuff on The Shield as well. Miguel asks Dexter what it felt like to take out Ethan Turner. Miguel says he's glad him and Dexter can make a difference. Harry, in a hallucination, says every time Dexter lets somebody get close, it ends badly. Deb tells Dexter that Wendell Owens was killed by the Skinner, and she's pretty visibly upset about it, as she should be. The last two people Deb has questioned have ended up being victims of the Skinner. LaGuerta talks with Ellen Wolf again. Deb talks to Anton and believes she put Wendell in the crosshairs. Anton tells her the girl from the other night was nothing serious, the chick that was in his room, or at his place, I should say. Dexter talks to Miguel about somebody in custody that's been keeping him up at night for years. Clemson Galt has been on his top 10 list, and Miguel says he's going to try and make it happen, which Dexter did not think he was going to try to do. Dexter thought he would just be like, oh, it's not possible, he's in custody, but Miguel's going to give it a shot. LaGuerta tells Dexter that Camilla from Records has a terminal illness. She has cancer, and she's the one that was telling Dexter about his file, and then said that Dokes came looking too. Batista calls and asks Barbara Gianni out on a date, and says something about, well, if you're hungry, let me know of her. Deb runs with her theory that she thinks Ramon Prado may be the Skinner. As the conversation ends, Soderquist walks by in the background, of course. Dexter goes to visit Camilla at the hospital. She tells Dexter she's been searching for the perfect piece of, or perfect lime green pie. Syl offers Rita a job as a real estate assistant of sorts. The Eternal Affairs lady bugs Deb again. I don't know why this story's really in the season. It's kind of pointless. It ends up being nothing, really. Miguel is mad that he sees LaGuerta at the courthouse with Ellen Wolf. A redhead outside the station needs a ride and asks Batista for one, and she'll find a way to repay him. He gives her money for a cab, and then Barbara Gianni calls and says she's hungry and wants to see if Batista is too. And Batista, of course, knows she tried to set him up with the redhead and see if he would try to pay for some sort of favors. And he says he'll meet her at 7:30. Dexter visits Camilla with a piece of key lime pie. She says he can do better than that. Dexter goes to Rita's and says, tonight's the night, but it feels different. I won't be alone. Uncharted territory for me. And Rita tells Dexter she's going to take the real estate job Syl offered her. Dexter goes home to get his kill tools ready and sees a vision of Harry dressed up in the same outfit that Dexter wears when he's going to kill somebody. Miguel talks to Clemson Galt. Clemson Galt is a racist, Nazi, calls him a spick and everything. But Miguel ends up passing a key to Clemson Galt. And then Miguel says one of his Nazi pals is waiting for him in the parking garage. And then Dexter meets Clemson Galt in the parking garage. And someone had realized that Clemson Galt was missing and sounded the alarm. Dexter gives Clemson the M99. And then when the alarm is going off and Dexter's afraid that he might not get to his vehicle, Miguel pulls up and picks up Dexter and Clemson passed out up. And Deb sees Ramon Prado assault somebody, as well as he kidnapped them to assault them and torture them to agree. And during this, Quinn joined Deb while she was seeing Ramon Prado torture someone, and she finds out Ramon Prado isn't the Skinner. And then Deb tells Quinn Internal Affairs is investigating him. Dexter has Clemson Galt in the kill room, which is an empty house because of the real estate market is not a lot of houses are selling at this point in time. Dexter gives Miguel a different address, and his killing ritual is only for him and him alone. Dexter, of course, kills Clemson Galt, says he's not ready to share that part of him yet. And then the Dexter says he knows who Miguel really is, his first really good friend, as the episode ends. So things are getting a little bit more interesting in season 3 of Dexter. This episode took me about 7 hours to watch because I kept pausing it and doing other things. I don't know if that was just me being busy or me just really not being that interested in the episode, but I think it was certainly major developments here in this episode. So I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. As far as our, guy that's killed before but didn't kill anybody in this episode, Clemson Galt, because of what he's done and the hammer time thing, he sounded like a pretty badass guy, aside from being, not really likable as a person. I'll give Clemson Galt a 7 out of 10. And the character of the episode, I'm going to give it to Miguel Prado. You could argue that Deb should be the character too, but I think Prado should definitely be the character of the episode. So that's really all I got to say about it. You've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. If you're a fan of Dexter or Dexter New Blood, and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, or if you like The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Lost, or any of those other shows, make sure you smash that like button. It obviously helps the channel out. It helps YouTube put my videos out there. I don't have a big following, but that every little bit helps. Share the video with anybody that you know, or if you want to put it on your social media platforms. Sound off in the comment section about what you thought about this episode. What you like, what you didn't like, and whom would be your character of the episode. What would you rate it? And of course, if you want to rate the person that's a bad guy in the episode, which would be Clemson Galt, please do so. And then last but certainly not least, if you're going to watch the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, join the team, share your damn support at Video Partial Scene Special, and JDev will return.